Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you a brief overview and review of Quacks of Quedlinburg by CMYK Games. So this is a push your luck game where you are playing a quack doctor or a charlatan. Ones back in the day that had the medicine carts where they were saying they could cure all ails and selling their potions. So you're creating potions, and you start out with your own potion player board and a flask that starts out turned over full, and that basically can prevent you from exploding if you use it in the right time. You start out with some ingredient tiles. A certain amount is also on your player board. You have mostly the white ones to start with, and that's the ones, if you get that add up to 7 or more, you've exploded. So you would have to play this flask before the point of exploding to prevent that. If you wait until that last tile comes up that makes you explode, it's already too late. So you only start with 1 green and 1 orange tile in your bag, and the rest are all white. So you're going to be going as far as you can on your potion board to earn points that you can spend as money to buy ingredients. And the recipe books are here. You start out with red, green, black, orange, and blue in the first round. Those are available to buy. And the prices, we're on level 2 recipe books on this game, but the prices are here to buy the 1, 2, or 4 tiles, which that's the number of spaces: 1 space, 2 space, 4 space. And in the second round, the yellow opens up, and third round, the purple opens up. So as you can imagine, the yellow and purple are pretty powerful ingredients if you draw them out of your bag. So you start out with the minimum amount of items in your bag, your flask, and your player board. At the beginning of each round, you're pulling a fortune teller card, and these have been they're all good from what we've seen. The first player draws a card, reads it aloud. It affects everyone. It's always good. After the first round, you'll have players in the lead based on victory points on the scoring track. You will then count the spaces from yourself to the leader. The leader is omitted from getting this bonus, basically. But however many spaces you are, if there's a rat tail, there's these little rats. So say if you were here and the leader was here, there's 2 rats. That's 2 rat tails. So you start out on 0 with your water droplet. You would get to take your rat and move it 2 spaces beyond that. So you get to start your first ingredient a little further than the leader, who starts wherever they are. You're going to be also moving your water droplet, hopefully, throughout the game by spending rubies. You can spend 2 at the end of the round to move your water droplet up 1. And the water droplet, normally, unless you have the rat, determines where your next ingredient starts. And the reason that's important is because each round you're going to start over with your ingredients, because they go into the bag at the end of the round, and you're going to be placing them. It's push your luck, so you're going to keep placing them based on the number. So if it's a 1, you would place it 1 space after either the rat or the water droplet. If it's a 4, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So you could see how it's beneficial to purchase those, even though they cost more, because you move further up in your potion pot by placing the 2s and the 4s. So you keep going until you want to stop. It's a simultaneous thing that we're all doing. You stop either when you bust, because you're done, or you can stop before you bust. You're just deciding based on what you think you have in your bag, whether you think you have, if you have a good chance, or sometimes you don't really care if you bust. You just want to get as far as you can, because you still, wherever you end up, that next spot is your scoring space. So even if you bust, the thing that you get penalized if you bust, you do not get to roll the dice if you're in the lead, if you got the furthest, which gets you bonuses. It gets you victory points, pumpkin tiles. The best one is you get to move your droplet up 1. So whoever got the furthest on this board gets to roll that. If there's 2 players that tie, they both get to roll it. Or then you also have to choose between either getting your victory points or purchasing ingredients with your points. Whereas normally you get to do both of those if you exploded. They are, though, in level 2, the blue ingredients allows you, if you bust, depending on which tile you have, like if you have a 1, the next tile that comes out, if it makes you explode, you still get to choose both of those, and you don't have to choose either or. So those blue ones, I like the blue ones. In level 1, they allow you to choose based on the number that's on your tile. So if it's a 1, you get to choose 1 tile out of your bag and choose whether you want to place it or not for free, as like a bonus placement that round. If you get a 2, you can do 2 tiles and choose which one you want to place, or you don't have to place any of them. So that really helps you in set 1. That really helps you. We actually like this game so much, we played it twice in the same night. We played set 1 and set 2 because we actually screwed up the first game on the rat tails. We did not really realize we were doing it wrong until the near end of the game. So we wanted to see how it balanced the game. It really does balance the game a lot. And we also wanted to play a game because we love this game. But it really does balance the game, because if someone gets really far ahead, that it allows the players that are behind to start out further ahead on the potion pot. So it will allow you to essentially get more points that round and kind of catch up a little. So it really does balance the game a lot. Otherwise, the lead player could just take off and it would be hard to catch up with them. So let's see. So the steps, once you've done, everyone's passed, finished their tiles, then you just go through these steps right here, the phase where you roll the dice. There's certain ingredients that act instantly. The red, blue, and yellow tiles, when you place them, it's an instant effect. You just read the recipe book on what they do. The black, purple, and green, you do those effects at the end of the round. So based on, the greens are normally, they have to be placed in the last or next to last place for you to get anything. The blacks are based on if you are placed more black items than anyone else, you get a ruby and you get to move your droplet up 1. If you just placed it only one, if you only beat 1 player, then you get to move your droplet up. But those are still good ones. And then the purple, they're really good. And the level 1, which is the game you would play in the beginning, it gives you victory points. Or if you place 2 in your pot, you get victory points and a ruby. Or if you place 3 of them, you get to move your droplet up 2 spaces. And then in the set 2, you're actually trading them for other things. You would trade them for, which is still good. I know you have to get rid of them, but you can trade them for a black item, a victory point, and a ruby for 1. For 2 of them, you get to move your droplet up 3, and you get a 1 and a 2 green item. If you have 3 of them, you can trade in. You get a number 4 yellow, which are really good. You get to move your droplet up 6 spaces, and you get a ruby. The yellows in level 2, set 2, allow you to move your next tile double the number that's on them. So Anthony got lucky. Didn't you get 2 4s in a row? So
yeah.
4 yellows?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he got really lucky that round.
But the third one was a 1. So it was good, and then
But it got you really far.
Yeah, it did.
So and I think in a nutshell, and then I already covered that you count your victory points, which are in the little brown box on the last space. You get whatever numbers in that scoring space, which is the last space after your last item tile, is the amount you can spend. And it doesn't carry over. If you don't spend all of it, you lose it. And then if there's a ruby in that space, you get a ruby, which the rubies are very beneficial. So I think that covered everything in a nutshell. So what did you think of this little guy? I know you're coughing. Okay?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so I think it's a really cool kind of luck-based game, and there's a big luck-based factor to it, but there is some strategy on what to pick. My favorites were these. The next chip place is double because you can get like a 2 times and a 4 times, and you can move 8 times, so you can like get a lot of movements in that. I'm pretty sure I bought like 5 or 6 of those in total. I bought a lot of those, and these are really good in the first one. I would say these are okay in this one.
Yeah, they were better in the first set. Set 1.
These are good, but they're not as good because there's actually better ones now.
The black.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this one. The green. I didn't really see a lot of use out of the green one in either mode.
Yeah, those have to end up in this perfect spot to use
and
them.
These, I know that Anthony thinks that these are really good, but I didn't see any use in these.
The set 2 red, I had a few. They weren't that beneficial.
Yeah, and these, I would say these 2 are probably the ones you want to buy.
The purple and the yellow.
Yeah, these 2.
The set 1 red is really good because it allows you, if you have any orange prior to placing that red, it allows you to go bonus moves.
Oh yeah, set one red is really good.
The set 2, But we haven't looked at the set 3 and 4, and there's also expansions to this game that we've not looked at.
Yeah, blue went from my favorite to one of my least favorite.
Yeah, the blue is awesome in the set 1.
Yellow was amazing.
So what do you rate this game?
We're doing the ratings again?
Yeah.
So
5 out of 10.
10? Okay. So I would rate the game 9.4.5.
9.4. Okay.
How about this 9.5? How's that?
It's easier for me to edit.
Okay.
Okay. So my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I really like this game. I think it has high replayability, especially with 3 expansions. The game also very thematic. I love the illustration artwork. The mechanics is luck-based, but there's so many different ways to manipulate and mitigate everything that you do in the game. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. It does have a strategic aspect to it because once you figure out what books or what things you can get, you kind of factor in like how it plays out throughout games. So overall total, I'm giving this 9.5. And as we get the expansions or play it more, it might actually go up because it's a really fun game. You could play many different times, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a day and just have a blast playing this. So highly recommend.
So I also love this game. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
And this is our first opportunity we've had to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's just totally our cup of tea.
Yeah.
We love the push your luck and just the, like you said, the different strategies on which items you choose to. I mean, you're always going to have points to buy items if you choose. Unless you choose, if you explode, you have to choose between that or victory points. But early game, you're going to be buying the chips with whatever points you have. So it's that aspect is very strategic. It is luck on what you draw. But again, there's a few things to mitigate that. You've got the flask, and there's some of the fortune teller cards allow you to get rid of your first white you drew. The fortune teller cards really make the game a lot of fun because it's like a free bonus, and we didn't see any bad ones come out. We played 2 games, so I think they're all good. And just everything about this game, it just flowed really smoothly, and it goes fast. You're taking 9 turns. It's not that many turns, and
all of them are good, right?
The only downtime, because everything's simultaneous, is if really during the phase where people are purchasing, but even that, there's not that much downtime. They're just deciding which item chips they're going to, which colors they wanted to choose. But I would give this game a 10, which is very rare for me, but it's an excellent game. And I'm very excited to see what the expansions do. I can't praise this game enough. It is so much fun.
We've been on a good game streak lately.
I know.
At least I have. I don't know about the games you two have played, but lately I have.
Well, we've gotten more picky as well.
Yeah, we kind of know what games we actually enjoy. So
we turned down a lot of games.
Yeah, it's been over 200-300 games, so we're kind of at the point where we actually know which games we enjoy.
Right. Like we honestly, I don't even want to, because we're very honest in our reviews, and so I don't want to even have to give a game a bad review. Like every game we have that we're reviewing, we go into it thinking we're going to really like this game.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes we're wrong and they're just not as fun as we thought they would be, but we try to be very honest in our reviews. So most of the games we have now, early on in the channel, we accepted everything because we didn't know.
There's a lot of bad ones.
Now we know. And there's probably still a few not so great ones we have to get through, but we probably skipped over not doing them because we realized. But we will have to do them eventually. But we have a lot of games still we need to do because we get a lot of games each week sent to us. So I definitely, though, this is a great game. You should check this out if you like Push Your Luck. And it's not difficult. It's an easy game to learn. It's only a 8-page rule book. Very easy to learn. There's videos. I think Watch It Played has a video. So very easy game to pick up and learn. So I can't praise it high enough. So we will put the link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. This game's been out since 2018.
Yeah.
So it's been out a while. So you could read all the other reviews. I don't think I've seen one bad review on this game. But thank you for watching. Please give this video a like. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to our channel. We put out a lot of content. We have a ton of games still to go through. And thank you. We appreciate your support. See you next time.